Hello, everyone. I hope that your weekend is ending on a good note. Um, and I can't believe we are already kind of closing the summer semester. Thus far, your weekly responses on the readings have been very good for the most part. Your participation in the weekly assignments, in the weekly forum, has also been excellent. I enjoy and and really find insightful a lot of your conversations and discussions on that forum. So thank you for doing that. I am sending this video especially to go over the last week of class pretty much, and the final assignment. So it's just a series of announcements that I want to make so that we are on the same page. So the final is due on July 1, which means that this week you are both going to work on your weekly readings, right? The weekly readings, but you are not going to do a weekly assignment as usual, which means that the answers that I usually post on Blackboard will not be due this week. You will not work on that. You will only enter in conversation in the discussion forum, right? So I will take the discussion forum entries as this week's assignment, only that. I will make a prompt as usual, and remember that the themes for this week are politics and power and art and media. So I am going to prompt to use a question as a prompt on the discussion forum, so that you can formulate an idea, an answer to a question about the intersection between politics, power, and art and media, which is the theme for this week. Right? So just to reiterate, there will not be a set of questions this week for the readings. There is only going to be a discussion forum on this week's material. This is due because this is due to the fact that we have a final coming on July 1st, and I really want you guys to have the time to work on your final, which I will make available between Tuesday and Wednesday. So you'll have enough time to work on your final, right? So it's due on the 1st, which is Saturday. I am going to make it available between Monday and Tuesday, the final. Between the 26th and the 27th, I am working on it. There are two options for that final. Some of you have asked about the research paper, the research project. So I have answered. If that's the case, if I haven't, please send me a reminder email. But I think I already addressed those of you who are working on the research project, which is a research paper with a topic of your interest, and they will develop. There is no more time for you to subscribe to this option, given that I needed time to talk to you and prepare you a little bit to listen to you, your interests, and guide you a little bit on that research project. So there is no time for that. The other option, which is the one that most of you opt for, it's just a conventional final exam. I will give you a set of questions, let's say 7 questions, and you will answer 4, 5 out of those questions in an essay form, which means that they have to be complete. So I'll ask a question such as, let's say, how is culture formed in a historical circumstance within a community that is always in a state of flux, of movement, of migration, and you will have to develop that answer on an essay form, right? Don't worry too much about the length. It can be a paragraph or 2 paragraphs per question. Just worry specifically, or not worry, but focus on the content, right, on the answer. That's very, very important. The length is not important. What it matters, it's the actual content of your answers. Right, so I will distribute this exam, and you'll have about 4-5 days to work on it, and you will submit your answers, your finals, on a Word document with the title of the class, your name, by July 1 at midnight. I have to grade, because the summer semester is very short, we have a very quick turnover time for grades, and thus I will not accept late papers, right? So by July 1st at midnight, you would have submitted your finals, and I cannot accept any late papers because of time constraints. Okay, so I wanted to share that. Make sure that you are up to date with your assignments. If you send anything late, I will accept it. Late in terms of the weekly assignments, not the final. Right, so use this week to catch up. Most of the class has submitted everything on time. But if you are one of those who perhaps is missing one of the entries in the discussion forum, or perhaps are a little late on one of your weekly responses about the material, send it before July 1. I will accept it and will take some points off, of course, but I will accept some of that. If anything, please reach out to my email. I am available all week in case you have any questions about the course material, about anything. Please just send me an email and we can chat. Have a beautiful rest of Sunday, and looking forward to your discussions this week, as well as your finals on the 1st